Principles of Marketing by Philip Kotler and Gary Armstrong. Part 1. Defining Marketing and the Marketing Process. Chapter 1. Marketing, Creating and Capturing Customer Value. Chapter Preview. This chapter introduces you to the basic concepts of marketing. We start with the question, what is marketing? Simply put, marketing is managing profitable customer relationships. The aim of marketing is to create value for customers and capture value from customers in return. Next, we discuss the 5 steps in the marketing process, from understanding customer needs to designing customer-driven marketing strategies and integrated marketing programs, to building customer relationships and capturing value for the firm. Finally, we discuss the major trends and forces affecting marketing in this age of customer relationships. Understanding these basic concepts and forming your own ideas about what they really mean to you will give you a solid foundation for all that follows. Let's start with a good story about marketing in action at Zappos.com, one of the world's fastest growing web retailers. The secret of Zappos' success? It's really no secret at all. Zappos is flat out customer obsessed. It has a passion for creating customer value and relationships. In return, customers reward Zappos with their brand loyalty and buying dollars. You'll see this theme of creating customer value in order to capture value in return repeated throughout this first chapter and the remainder of the text. Zappos, a passion for creating customer value and relationships. Imagine a retailer with service so good its customers wish it would take over the Internal Revenue Service or start up an airline. It might sound like a marketing fantasy, but this scenario is reality for 12-year-old Zappos.com. At Zappos, the customer experience really does come first. It's a daily obsession, says Zappos' understated CEO, Tony Hsieh. Our whole goal at Zappos is for the Zappos brand to be about the very best customer service and customer experience. When it comes to creating customer value and relationships, few companies can match Zappos' passion. Launched in 1999 as a website that offered the absolute best selection in shoes in terms of brands, styles, colors, sizes, and widths, the online retailer now carries many other categories of goods such as clothing, handbags, and accessories. From the start, the scrappy web retailer made customer service a cornerstone of its marketing. As a result, Zappos has grown astronomically. It now serves more than 10 million customers annually, and gross merchandise sales top $1 billion, up from only $1.6 million in 2000. 3% of the U.S. population now shops at Zappos.com, and despite the harsh economy, Zappos sales have continued to soar in recent years. Interestingly, Zappos doesn't spend a lot of money on media advertising. Instead, it relies on customer service so good that customers not only come back, but also tell their friends. More than 75% of Zappos.com's sales come from repeat customers. We actually take a lot of money that we would have normally spent on paid advertising, but put it back into the customer experience, says Hsieh. We've always stuck with customer service even when it was not a sexy thing to do, adds Aaron Magnus, Zappos' director of business development and brand marketing. We decided if we can put all the money possible into our customer service, word of mouth will work with our favor. What little advertising the company does focuses on, you guessed it, customer service. The most recent Zappos TV ads feature Zappits, puppet-like characters styled after actual Zappos employees, highlighting interactions between Zappos customer service reps and customers. Free delivery, free returns, and a 365-day return policy have been the cornerstone of Zappos' customer-centric approach. To wow customers, it even quietly upgrades the experience from 4 to 5 day shipping to second day or next day shipping. Its customer service center is staffed 24/7 with 500 highly motivated employees, about one-third of the company's payroll, answering 5,000 calls a day. Those things are all pretty expensive, but we view that as our marketing dollars, says Shea. It's just a lot cheaper to get existing customers to buy from you again than it is to try to convince someone new. Zappos has been steadfast in its focus on customer service even as it's grown. In a sluggish economy, retailers especially should be focusing on customer service, but as Shea points out, it's often the first thing to do. The payoff for great customer service might be a year or two down the line, and the payoff for having a great company culture might be 3 or 4 years down the line. At Zappos, customer intimacy starts with the deep down, customer focused culture. We have a saying, proclaims the company at its website. We are a service company that happens to sell shoes or handbags or clothing or eventually anything and everything. The Zappos culture is built around its 10 core values, ranging from build open and honest relationships with communication to create fun and little weirdness. Value number 1, deliver wow through service. Zappos' online success and passion for a customer made it an ideal match for another highly successful customer-obsessed online retailer, Amazon.com, which purchased Zappos in late 2009. Amazon.com appears to be letting Shea and Zappos continue to pursue independently the strategy that has made them so successful in the past. To make sure Zappos' customer obsession permeates the entire organization, each new hire, everyone from Chief Executive Officer and Chief Financial Officer to the children's footwear buyer, is required to go through 4 weeks of customer loyalty training. In fact, in an effort to weed out the half-hearted, Zappos actually bribes people to quit. During the 4 weeks of customer service training, it offers employees $2,000 cash plus payment for the time worked if they leave the company. The theory goes that those willing to take the money and run aren't right for Zappos' culture anyway. Shea says that originally the incentive was $100, but the amount keeps rising because not enough people take it. On average, only 1% takes the offer, and Shea believes that's too low. Zappos argue that each employee needs to be a great point of contact with customers. Getting customers excited about the service they had at Zappos has to come naturally, says Magnus. You can't teach it, you have to hire for it. When dealing with customers, Zappos employees must check their egos and competitiveness at the door. Customer service reps are trained to look on at least 3 rival websites if a shopper asks for specific shoes that Zappos doesn't have in stock and refer customers accordingly. My guess is that other companies don't do that, Shea says. For us, we're willing to lose that sale, that transaction in the short term. We're focused on building the lifelong loyalty and relationship with the customer. Relationships means everything at Zappos. Shea and many other employees stay in direct touch with customers, with each other, and with just about anyone else interested in the company. They use social networking tools such as Facebook, Twitter, and blogs to share information, both good and bad, and the company invites customers to submit frank online reviews. Such openness might worry some retailers, but Zappos embraces it. As Magnus points out, you only need to worry if you have something to hide, and Zappos seems to take even criticisms SIM as a free gift of information. Zappos has set new standards in the industry, leading the way for a new type of consumer focused company. There's something about these young internet companies, says a retailing expert. I'm not sure exactly why, if it was because they were born in a different era, the leadership has a different worldview, or if they just have amazing access to customer data and see firsthand what customers are thinking, he says. It seems that Zappos is really the poster child for this new age of consumer companies that truly are customer focused. A lot of companies like to say they are, but none of them is as serious as Zappos. It's that intense customer focus that has set the stage for Zappos' growth as the company branches out into new categories such as electronics and home goods. Hopefully, 10 years from now, people won't even realize we started out selling shoes online. We've actually had customers ask us if we would please start an airline or run the IRS. Shay says, adding, 30 years from now, I wouldn't rule out a Zappos airline that's all about the very best service. Today's successful companies have one thing in common, like Zappos. They are strongly customer focused and heavily committed to marketing. These companies share a passion for understanding and satisfying customer needs in well defined target markets. They motivate everyone in the organization to help build lasting customer relationships based on creating value. Customer relationships and value are especially important today, as the nation's economy has recovered following the worst downturn since the Great Depression. More frugal consumers are spending more carefully and reassessing their relationships with brands. In turn, it's more important than ever to build strong customer relationships based on real and enduring value. What is marketing? Marketing, more than any other business function, deals with customers. Although we will soon explore more detailed definitions of marketing, perhaps the simplest definition is this one. Marketing is managing profitable customer relationships. The twofold goal of marketing is to attract new customers by promising superior value and keep and grow current customers by delivering satisfaction. For example, Walmart has become the world's largest retailer and the world's largest company by delivering on its promise: save money, live better. Nintendo surged ahead in the video games market behind the pledge that we would like to play, backed by its widely popular Wii console and a growing list of popular games and accessories for all ages. And McDonald's fulfills its "I'm living it" motto by being our customers' favorite place and way to eat the world over, giving it a market share greater than that of its nearest three competitors combined. Sound marketing is critical to the success of every organization. Large for-profit firms such as Procter and Gamble, Google, Target, Toyota, and Marriott use marketing, but so do not-for-profit organizations such as colleges, hospitals, museums, symphony orchestras, and even churches. You already know a lot about marketing. It's all around you. Marketing comes to you in the good old traditional forms. You see it in the abundance of products at your nearby shopping mall and the ads that fill your TV screen, spice up your magazines, or stuff your mailbox. But in recent years, marketers have assembled a host of new marketing approaches. Everything from imaginative websites and online social networks to your cell phone. These new approaches do more than just blast out messages to masses. They reach you directly and personally. Today's marketers want to become a part of your life and enrich your experiences with their brands to help you live their brands. At home, at school, where you work, and where you play, you see marketing in almost everything you do. Yet, there is much more to marketing than meets the consumer's casual eye. Behind it all is a massive network of people and activities competing for your attention and purchases. This book will give you a complete introduction to the basic concepts and practices of today's marketing. In this chapter, we begin by defining marketing and the marketing process. Marketing defined. What is marketing? Many people think of marketing as only selling and advertising. We are bombarded every day with TV commercials, catalogs, sales calls, and email pitches. However, selling and advertising are only the tip of the marketing iceberg. Today, marketing must be understood not in the old sense of making a sale, telling and selling, but in the new sense of satisfying customer needs. If the marketer understands consumer needs, develops products that provide superior customer value and prices, distributes and promotes them effectively, these products will sell easily. In fact, according to management guru Peter Drucker, the aim of marketing is to make selling unnecessary. Selling and advertising are only part of a larger marketing mix, a set of marketing tools that work together to satisfy customer needs and build customer relationships. Broadly defined, marketing is a social and managerial process by which individuals and organizations obtain what they need and want through creating and exchanging value with others. In a narrower business context, marketing involves building profitable, value laden exchange relationships with customers. Hence, we define marketing as the process by which companies create value for customers and build strong customer relationships in order to capture value from customers in return. The marketing process. Figure 1.1 presents a simple 5-step model of the marketing process. In the first 4 steps, companies work to understand consumers, create customer value, and build strong customer relationships. In the final step, companies reap the rewards of creating superior customer value by creating value for consumers. They in turn capture value from consumers in the form of sales, profits, and long-term customer equity. In this chapter and the next, we will examine the steps of the simple model of marketing. In this chapter, we review each step but focus more on customer relationship steps, understanding customers, building customer relationships, and capturing value from customers. In Chapter 2, we look more deeply into the second and third steps, designing marketing strategies and constructing marketing programs. Understanding the marketplace and customer needs. As a first step, marketers need to understand customer needs and wants and the marketplace in which they operate. We examine 5 core customer and marketplace concepts. 1. Needs, wants, and demands. 2. Market offerings, products, services, and experiences. 3. Value and satisfaction. 4. Exchanges and relationships. And 5. Markets. Customer needs, wants, and demands. The most basic concept underlying marketing is that of human needs. Human needs are states of felt deprivation. They include basic physical needs for food, clothing, warmth, and safety, social needs for belonging and affection, and individual needs for knowledge and self-expression. Marketers did not create these needs. They are a basic part of the human makeup. Wants are the form human needs take as they are shaped by culture and individual personality. An American needs food but wants a Big Mac, French fries, and soft drink. A person in Papua New Guinea needs food but wants taco, rice, yams, and pork. Wants are shaped by one's society, and are described in terms of objects that will satisfy those needs. When backed by buying power, wants become demands. Given their wants and resources, people demand products with benefits that add up to the most value and satisfaction. Outstanding marketing companies go to great lengths to learn about and understand their customers' needs, wants, and demands. They conduct consumer research and analyze mountains of customer data. Their people at all levels, including top management, stay close to customers. For example, retailer Cabela's vice chairman, James W. Cabela, spends hours each morning reading through customer comments and hand delivering them to each department, circling important customer issues. At Zappos, CEO Tony Hsieh uses Twitter to build more personal connections with customers and employees. Some 1.6 million people follow Hsieh's Twitter feed, and at P&G, executives from the chief executive officer down spend time with consumers in their homes and on shopping trips. P&G brand managers routinely spend a week or two living on the budget of low-end consumer to gain insights into what they can do to improve customers' lives. Market offerings, products, services, and experiences. Consumers' needs and wants are fulfilled through market offerings, some combination of products, services, information, or experiences offered to a market to satisfy a need or a want. Market offerings are not limited to physical products, they also include services, activities, or benefits offered for sale that are essentially intangible and do not result in the ownership of anything. Examples include banking, airline, hotel, tax preparation, and home repair services. More broadly, market offerings also include other entities such as persons, places, organizations, information, and ideas. For example, the Pure Michigan campaign markets the state of Michigan as a tourism destination that lets unspoiled nature and authentic character revive your spirits. And the U.S. Forest Service's Reconnecting Kids with Nature campaign markets the idea of encouraging urban young people to explore the joys of nature firsthand. Its discovertheforest.org website helps children and their parents figure out where to go outdoors and what to do there. Many sellers make the mistake of paying more attention to the specific products they offer than to benefits and experiences produced by these products. These sellers suffer from marketing myopia. They are so taken with their products that they focus on only on existing wants and lose sight of underlying customer needs. They forget that a product is only a tool to solve a consumer problem. A manufacturer of quarter-inch drill bits may think that the customer needs a drill bit, but what the customer really needs is a quarter-inch hole. These sellers will have trouble if a new product comes along that serves the customer's need better or less expensively. The customer will have the same need but will want the new product. Smart marketers look beyond the attributes of the products and services they sell. By orchestrating several services and products, they create brand experiences for consumers. For example, you don't just watch a NASCAR race, you immerse yourself in the exhilarating, high octane NASCAR experience. Similarly, HP recognizes that a personal computer is much more than just a collection of wires and electrical components. It's an intensely personal user experience. As noted in one HP ad, there is hardly anything that you own that is more personal. Your personal computer is your backup brain, it's your life, it's your astonishing strategy, staggering proposal, dazzling calculation, it's your autobiography written in 1,000 daily words. Customer value and satisfaction. Consumers usually face a broad array of products and services that might satisfy a given need. How do they choose among these many market offerings? Customers form expectations about the value and satisfaction that various market offerings will deliver and buy accordingly. Satisfied customers buy again and tell others about their good experiences. Dissatisfied customers often switch to competitors and disparage the product to others. Marketers must be careful to set the right level of expectations. If they set expectations too low, they may satisfy those who buy by fail to attract enough buyers. If they set expectations too high, buyers will be disappointed. Customer value and customer satisfaction are key building blocks for developing and managing customer relationships. We will revisit these core concepts later in the chapter. Exchanges and relationships. Marketing occurs when people decide to satisfy needs and wants through exchange relationships. Exchange is the act of obtaining a desired object from someone by offering something in return. In the broadest sense, the marketer tries to bring about a response to some market offering. The response may be more than simply buying or trading products and services. A political candidate, for instance, wants votes, a church wants membership, an orchestra wants an audience, and a social action group wants idea acceptance. Marketing consists of actions taken to build and maintain desirable exchange relationship with target audiences involving a product, service, idea, or other object. Beyond simply attracting new customers and creating transactions, companies want to retain customers and grow their businesses. Marketers want to build strong relationships by consistently delivering superior customer value. We will expand on the important concept of managing customer relationships later in the chapter. Markets. The concepts of exchange and relationships lead to the concept of a market. A market is the set of actual and potential buyers of a product or service. These buyers share a particular need or want that can be satisfied through exchange relationships. Marketing means managing markets to bring about profitable customer relationships. However, creating these relationships takes work. Sellers must search for buyers, identify their needs, design good market offerings, set prices for them, promote them, and store and deliver them. Activities such as customer research, product development, communication, distribution, pricing, and service are core marketing activities. Although we normally think of marketing as being carried out by sellers, buyers also carry out marketing. Consumers market when they search for products, interact with companies to obtain information, and make their purchases. In fact, today's digital technologies, from websites and online social networks to cell phones, have empowered consumers and made marketing a truly interactive affair. Thus, in addition to customer relationship management, today's marketers must also deal effectively with customer managed relationships. Marketers are no longer asking only how can we reach our customers, but also how should our customers reach us, and even how can our customers reach each other. Figure 1.2 shows the main elements in a marketing system. Marketing involves serving a market of final consumers in the face of competitors. The company and competitors research the market and interact with consumers to understand their needs. Then they create and send their market offerings and messages to consumers, either directly or through marketing intermediaries. Each party in the system is affected by major environmental forces: demographic, economic, natural, technological, political, and social, cultural. Each party in the system adds value for the next level. The arrows represent relationships that must be developed and managed. Thus, a company's success at building profitable relationships depends not only on its own actions, but also on how well the entire system serves the needs of final consumers. Walmart cannot fulfill its promise of low prices unless its suppliers provide merchandise at low costs. And Ford cannot deliver a high quality car ownership experience unless its dealers provide outstanding sales and service.